Have you ever been on a first date and the moment you sat down, your brain just went completely blank? Like, you knew you wanted to say something, anything, but what came out was, "So, nice to meet you." And then silence. Awkward, painful silence. Yeah. We've all been there. And honestly, nice to meet you is not wrong, but on a first date, it's also kind of flat. It doesn't open a conversation. It doesn't spark anything. And if you want to make a real connection, you need something better. That's exactly what we're doing today here on Ladies Show English. I'm going to walk you through the exact chunks, the real phrases, that make a first date feel natural, warm, and actually fun to be in. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's say you just sat down across from your date. What do you actually say? Here are 4 chunks I want you to lock into your brain right now. Chunk number 1, I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. Say it with me, I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. This works so well because finally implies there was some anticipation. You were looking forward to this. It's warm. It's genuine. It immediately sets a positive tone. And it gives the other person a little compliment without being over the top. Chunk number 2, I've been looking forward to this. Short. Simple. Powerful. I've been looking forward to this. This phrase uses the present perfect continuous tense, I've been looking forward, which in English means something you started in the past and it's still true right now. You're telling them, I thought about this. I wanted this. That's a great feeling to give someone on a first date. Chunk number 3, so, how's your week been so far? How's your week been so far? This is your transition line. After your opening, you want to get the conversation moving. This question is low pressure, supernatural, and it gives them something easy to answer. Notice how's your week been, again, present perfect, and so far signals that the week is still happening, so it feels very real-time and current. Chunk number 4, I'm curious, what's your favorite way to spend your weekends? I'm curious, what's your favorite way to spend your weekends? Starting with I'm curious is a soft, warm way to ask something more personal. It shows genuine interest, you're not just making small talk, you actually want to know. And asking about weekends? That opens the door to hobbies, lifestyle, personality. It's a perfect second question. Now that you have your 4 key chunks, let me break them down even deeper, because knowing when and how to use them is what makes the difference. Stay with me. Let's look at each chunk more closely and give you some extra tools to work with. For I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. You can also say, it's so great to finally put a face to the name. This one works especially well if you've been chatting online or texting before meeting. It's casual, a little playful, and it shows good humor. Another variation, I've heard so much about this place, and now I finally get to be here with you. That one's a bit more creative, and it smoothly brings in the location too. For I've been looking forward to this. A similar chunk you can use is, I was actually really excited about tonight. Notice the past tense here, I was excited, it's slightly more casual, and the word actually adds emphasis, like you really mean it. You could also say, honestly, I've been thinking about what we'd talk about. That one's a little more vulnerable, and sometimes that's exactly the kind of thing that makes a first impression memorable. For how's your week been so far? If you want to go a little more specific, try, did you have a busy week, or was it pretty chill? This is great because you're giving them 2 options, busy or chill, so it's very easy for them to answer and then expand. Another option, are you the kind of person who's running around all week, or do you take it easy? This is a bolder choice, it's a little more playful, and it can lead to a really interesting conversation about their personality and lifestyle. For I'm curious, what's your favorite way to spend your weekends? You can switch it up with, what does a perfect Sunday look like for you? Oh, this one is beautiful. Perfect Sunday is so specific and personal. It tells you what someone values, what makes them happy, what they'd do if no one was watching. And then there's, do you tend to go out, or are you more of a stay-at-home kind of person on weekends? Again, giving two options makes it very natural and easy to answer. I'm going to walk you through how these conversations actually sound in real life, so you can hear how these chunks flow naturally together. Mini Dialogue 1, the awkward version first. Imagine sitting down. Your date smiles. And you say, so, nice to meet you. The weather is pretty good today, right? Okay. Not terrible. But not great either. Nice to meet you gives nothing. And jumping to weather? That's a classic panic move. Let's fix it. Now the better version. I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. You look exactly like your photos, which, honestly, is always a good sign. They laugh a little, say thank you, and you follow up. So, how's your week been so far? Did you have a lot going on? And just like that, you have a real conversation started. Easy, warm, and natural. Mini Dialogue 2, going a little deeper. After a couple of minutes, you'll probably want to learn more about them. You can smoothly say, I've been looking forward to tonight. I feel like there's so much I want to ask you. Actually, I'm curious, what's your favorite way to spend your weekends? Notice how you use two chunks back to back. I've been looking forward to this and I'm curious. That flows really naturally, and it takes the conversation from the present moment into something more personal and revealing. Mini Dialogue 3, if there's a pause. Sometimes there's a natural pause in the conversation, and that's completely fine. You can use it to gently redirect. So I have to ask, what does a perfect Sunday look like for you? Like, truly ideal Sunday. The phrase I have to ask is a great way to signal that you're about to ask something fun and a little more meaningful. It creates a tiny bit of suspense, and makes the other person actually enjoy answering it. Great, 3 dialogues, real situations, real chunks. And if you're thinking, okay, what if I want a couple more options just in case? Don't go anywhere, because that's exactly what's coming. Let me give you 2 bonus chunks that are fantastic for first dates, and they work in slightly different moments. Bonus chunk 1, I was a little nervous about tonight, but this is actually really nice. Why does this work? Because admitting a small, relatable vulnerability, like being a little nervous, makes you seem human and genuine. And immediately following it with "this is actually really nice" turns it into a compliment. It's charming without being cheesy. Use this one maybe 10 or 15 minutes into the date, when you've had a chance to settle in. Bonus chunk 2, I feel like we could talk for hours, but tell me more about something you mentioned earlier. This is a fantastic phrase to use when the conversation is going really well. I feel like we could talk for hours is sincere, warm, and it makes the other person feel genuinely interesting. And then you immediately redirect back to them, which keeps the energy going. First dates are at their best when you make the other person feel heard and appreciated, and this chunk does exactly that. 2 bonus chunks in your toolkit. Now before we wrap up, let's make sure you've actually locked in what we covered, and I promise it'll be quick and maybe even a little fun. Let's do a quick quiz. 3 questions, super fast. Ready? Question 1, you just sat down for your first date. Which opening sounds the most natural and warm? A, nice to meet you. The weather is great today. B, I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. C, hello. How are you? The answer is B, I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. It's personal, warm, and it signals genuine excitement. Question 2. You want to show that you were excited before the date. Which sentence is the best choice? A, I am excited about this. B, I've been looking forward to this. C, I look forward this evening. The answer is B, I've been looking forward to this. Option A has a grammar issue, exciting is for things, not people. Option C is missing to in the right place. Question 3, you want to ask something more personal, but gently. Which phrase is the best way to start? A. Tell me about your hobbies. B. What do you do? C. I'm curious, what's your favorite way to spend your weekends? The answer is C. Starting with I'm curious makes the question feel warm and genuine instead of like an interview. It's a small change with a big difference. 3 for 3? Amazing. If you got them all right, you are so ready for your next first date. Okay, quick recap. Your 4 core chunks for a first date are: 1. I'm really glad we finally got a chance to meet in person. Right when you sit down. 2. I've been looking forward to this. Short, warm, and genuine. 3. So, how's your week been so far? An easy way to get the conversation going. 4. I'm curious, what's your favorite way to spend your weekends? Personal, low pressure, and revealing. Plus 2 bonus phrases. 1. I was a little nervous about tonight, but this is actually really nice. 2. I feel like we could talk for hours. Here's a simple challenge: pick just one of these phrases for your next date or meeting. Try it once and see how it feels. Often, just a handful of the right words makes all the difference. If today's tips helped, hit like and subscribe to Lady Show English so you never miss a lesson. Thanks for spending time with me. Go have an amazing first date. Bye for now.